In 1995, when I was 22 years old, I had my first guitar stolen. I decided that rather than take the insurance money and buy a new guitar, I would invest the money on a 7-week course in Saskatchewan on how to build a guitar from scratch. I had been working with wood since I was really young, making wooden ducks and whatnot with my father in his shop, so I already had quite a bit of experience. When I finished the course and had built my first guitar, I was really pleased with the way it turned out. To this day, it's still one of the best sounding guitars I've ever made. I realized I had a knack for guitar making and really enjoyed the whole creation process. Before I knew it, I was making them whenever I could and was making a few bucks selling them as well. I landed a full-time job at a guitar factory in Quebec where I was helping build guitars, making the nuts and saddles, leveling the frets, and doing the final setups on guitars that were shipping out for retail. On weekends, usually Sundays, the company I was working for would discard a mountain of guitar parts at the local dump. It was like a guitar graveyard. So I'd head down there and salvage anything I could to rebuild back into working guitars and bring them back to life. I called them dump guitars. The company caught on to my antics, and that all came to an end when they decided that instead of leaving the scraps to rot, they would burn them instead. It was a sad day when I showed up one morning to find a pile of burning guitars. That was the end of dump guitars. Shortly after that, I moved to Niagara, where I took a job doing tiling and installing flooring. One day in the yard of the store, I was dumping a bucket of water down the sewer, and a guy in a dump truck, just a young kid, started backing up and didn't see me and hit me. He knocked me over and rolled me into a tiny little ball underneath the truck. Luckily, I was in between the wheels. I ended up fracturing a vertebrae and wasn't able to do tiling anymore with a broken back. Workers' compensation had to retrain me to do something else. I found another guitar making school in Lindsay, Ontario. I told Workers' Compensation that I already had some experience in guitar making. I then requested that I be sent there to continue my training. They agreed and paid for everything. After 10 years with my own shop, I've made many acoustic, electric, and other stringed instruments that I really take pride in. It's truly a passion that I intend on doing the rest of my life. I'm Graham High, and I am High Guitars.